Um, I joined the room because I loved the title, and ironically, I did a post earlier this morning about how I was afraid to speak in Twitter Spaces, and what I did to kind of overcome that fear. But I find that there's a lot of mixed messages on Twitter, social media about take a break. You have to be on all the time, and it's hard for, especially with in the NFT community. My partner's an artist. So I've been kind of following the NFT community for a while, and so I guess my question is, how do you what do you recommend to people for those who want to turn things off for a little bit when they're constantly being told to be on all the time, and then they feel guilty for not being on? Because I think there's a sense of guilt that some people feel when they take a break. And I don't, and it's unfortunate because people do, it's okay to take a break, but a lot of people are made to feel that they shouldn't, or that they kind of feel kind of guilted by that. So I'm just wondering if you have any advice on that.
That's an excellent question, Nadine, and I can, in fact, relate to that feeling and that story very much because back during when I was like all about streaming on Twitch, same vibe, same thing, lots of guilt for taking breaks and all of that good stuff. As far as, and I say good stuff, obviously, very loosely, very loosely. As far as what it is you need to do, that's the beauty of it, Nadine. You don't need to do anything. A lot of times when people are looking for how to get out of mindset stuff, they ask me, what do I need to do in order to break free from this? What needs to happen for me to break free from that? There's nothing that you can do as far as actions, as far as verbs. It's all within, it's all inner. I mean, journaling is one way you can put it out on paper, but to answer your question though, and what I'm hearing from you is that it's a lot of self-judgment. So in order to let go of self-judgment, it starts with self-awareness. Where are these thoughts coming from? And then to let go. Because at the end of the day, yeah, when you take breaks, there will be people who will be maybe a little pissy about it. There will, your fans, your followers, they may forget that you're a human being, but that's okay. That's their journey. That's their adventure. That's their life. And their life is happening perfectly to them as it's happening perfectly for you. So when you want to take that break, take that break. Understand that everything is working for you. Listen to your body. Your thoughts are going to tell you, oh, don't take the break. Oh, well, maybe my followers might be upset with me. I may not be able to be successful because of this. I want you to sit with those thoughts and understand that's what they are. They're just sentences. Just like a feeling is just a vibration. Thoughts are just sentences, and feelings are just vibrations. But they aren't who you are. You're just feeling them. They're just a part of you in that moment. They're not who you are, though. So it's about detaching from the story. It's about detaching from the vibration and sitting with the vibration for what it is. It's just a vibration. And when you can do that, you can then change the story behind the feeling as well. Oh, well, I feel guilt for taking a break today. You can ask yourself why. Well, because of this, this, and that. You know it's part of your conditioning. You know it's coming from your mind. It's not coming from you. And then I want you to sit with that guilt without attaching a story to it. Just observe that guilt and feel it for what it is, just a vibration. And create an intentional story behind that vibration that serves you. For me, when I'm feeling like a low vibe or an anxiety of some sort or shame or guilt, my go-to intentional thought is usually, well, of course I'm feeling this way. This is new to me. Of course I'm feeling this way. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. This is just a vibration and a reaction my body's making from years and years and years of conditioning. And that's okay, because I am not my vibration. I am me. Vibration is not going to kill you. It's just going to not feel so good for a little bit. But when you accept it and you don't resist it, it does its thing, and then poof, it just like kind of goes away. It just, the cells do what they need to do in your body. You feel them, and that's that. Does that answer your question so far, Nadine?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much. That was great.
Of course. Just remember, detach. Detachment is always key, because it's not the followers that are making you feel guilty. It's the stories that you have about those followers that are making you feel guilty for taking that break.
And I might take it just one step further, Nadine, because I know exactly what you're talking about. What you're talking about is the FOMO, the fear of missing out, and it's rampant, and it creates mania where people feel like they have to be in these spaces for like 12 to 15 hours and whatnot, and it's not healthy. And you do have to find that balance. And just one little bit of advice that I would give to NFT artists, because it's very different. Like I've realized, like, there's the Twitch community, there's the NFT community, there's the crypto community, there's the PETA community, there's the social justice warrior community. Like, we're all in our own communities and have our own realities of what it's like to be on Twitter. What I have found is that the algorithm punishes you when you're not tweeting enough. It's like they want that free content every hour on the hour, and if you don't give it to them, they're going to push you down. So what I suggest for any content creators that use Twitter as a marketing platform, or use it as a way to like expand your reach, if you're planning on taking a break, which you should be planning out your self-care days just the way that you plan out your appointments and your meetings. You should be looking at your calendar and trying to dedicate days of self-care, especially after you're going to be doing something. But when you're going to take a break from social media, look at scheduled tweets. Try to look at different apps that you can schedule tweets during that time, so that you're like, hey, good morning, I'm still here, I still exist, even though you're on vacation doing whatever it is you're doing, even if it's a staycation at home. At least that way you can disconnect safely and not feel like you're getting lost in the sauce, because the algorithm is not forgiving, unfortunately. And it's one of those things where it's like, who cares if you lose your engagement? And it's like, honey, what do you mean? We don't have anywhere else to we don't have anywhere else to show our work. We don't have anywhere else to talk about it. It's like Twitter is really the main hub. Instagram ain't doing it for us. I'm sorry. But I definitely hear you, Nadine, and I understand completely. It's like, do self-care, but not like that. So you have to find your own balance. You have to be able to detach and step away when you can. And I know that we're at the 2:00 mark, and I know we have two requests here. I just want to like respect Sean. How do you feel? How are you feeling? Do you want to like end it here? Would you like to go like another 5 minutes? Do you want to ask any more questions? How do you feel? I want to put I have to respect your time and put the ball in your court. How are you feeling, my man?
Hey, Risa, I really appreciate that. Thank you. I really do appreciate you noticing, my time and all that. So thank you. I do appreciate that. I can do another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I gotta go back to writing and recording tomorrow's podcast episode, because I gotta wrap that up before bed tonight. But yeah, we could do like two more. Yeah, I'm down for two more.
Okay, great. All right. So everybody who's in the room, we're going to close the questions here, but I'm going to bring our two other speakers up to come up to speak, and then we're going to end it there. And thank you to everybody who has spoke so far. I just want to say that it takes a lot of courage to come up here, and I am going to be checking my DMs. And if we can't get your question in, I will try to get your question later. But thank you so much for everybody who's come up. And I'm going to get, I can't even pronounce where Parmor Sami. You say it. I'm gonna call you Sammy. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? Are you connecting? Yeah, we're getting you connected. And I'm gonna bring up Blue Flux as well. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? I know you had some connection issues. How are you?
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's nice to be in your space, and I love the topic. Specifically, I love the topic how to build confidence, because this is one topic that affects public speakers wherever they find themselves. And then also, I want to ask how how do you encourage someone who is struggling with their confidence level? Hi, Nati, I see you too. How do you encourage someone who is struggling with their confidence level to to build it higher than what it is? Right? They've built it to a certain extent, but it's still shaking. It's not stable. So, and they try to get it up higher than what it is right now. How do you encourage such persons to build their confidence level to a higher level?
I love that. That's a really good question. Before I ask that, I want to ask, or before I answer that, I want to ask you this. What do you mean by stable? I just want to
Okay,
get an idea from you. What do you mean when you say
so
stable? Yeah.
when I mean stable, sometimes they're confident in them about themselves and in what they do, but sometimes they find themselves shaking. Like their confidence level is it's dwindling. It's not here. It's not there. And sometimes they have to pick themselves back together, and then it's stable. You understand me?
Yeah. So if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying how to keep the confidence stable so you can just feel confident like all the time.
Yes, and then build it higher from that level of instability to a higher level of constant stability. You get? Yeah. So that's my question.
Yeah, I absolutely love that question, man. There's a difference between feeling confident and doing actions of confidence, right? Being confident, that's just a feeling. Sometimes you're going to feel confident, sometimes you're not going to feel confident. Well, if you're asking me how to keep the feeling of confidence stable and to uplift it, it's actually being able to accept all ranges of emotions when they hit you and understand them, befriend them, understand the story behind them. That is confidence. I can be confident while I am speaking in front of a group of people. I can be confident while I am just laying down watching TV. I can be confident while I'm crying. I can be confident while I'm scared. I can be confident while I'm frustrated. I can be confident when I'm scared, even because you're owning the emotion. You're understanding this is where you're at right now. That is confidence. It's just being. Feeling confident is different. Feeling like, oh, okay, well, I know I can do this. I know I can handle myself in this. But to be able to practice that is to practice it in all ranges of emotions. Put yourself in scenarios that are scary and don't resist the nervous feeling. Just understand it's just a vibration. That's all it is. It's just a vibration. That right there will free you. And that right there will bring your confidence to the next level because now you understand that confidence is not just one thing. Confidence is the ability to just be in all ranges of emotions, not just when you're feeling confident.
Okay, so you're saying when you're being nervous is normal.
Sorry.
So you're saying if someone is nervous, then it's normal for them to be nervous. It's part of the process of being confident. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Dude, you need to feel nervousness in order to feel joy. You need to feel pain in order to feel love. Without pain, you won't know what love feels like. Without love, you won't know what pain feels like. You need to feel the whole range of emotions because that is the human experience. That's the beauty of the life that we live, man. You know, we are told to judge feelings like nervousness. We're told to judge feelings of fear. We're told to judge feelings of anger. But it's all part of this oneness that we all share at the end of the day. Like one could argue that everything just is love and it's being communicated to you in different ways. Like you need the feeling of nervousness to survive because like I was bringing up earlier in the space back before civilization as we know it today, we needed intellectual fear because if we got kicked out of the tribe and we got rejected, we'd get kicked out and we'd have to survive on our own and then we would die. But now the worst case scenario is it's just a feeling. That's the worst that will happen from it. So you need to feel those feelings in order to quote unquote protect you. But there's nothing that you really need to protect yourself from now. So all you got to do is just feel the feeling for what it is. Understand that, hey, this feeling makes sense right now. I'm supposed to feel fear right now. This is something I haven't done before, something that I don't do that often. This is something that I have stories about that hold me back. So you got to just feel it for what it is, just a vibration. It's almost as if, let's say I owned an ice cream shop and I invited you to my ice cream shop. There's all these different flavors, right? Like there was fudge, there's chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, cookies and cream, coffee flavor, black raspberry, all this stuff. And then you tried all of them, right? Maybe chocolate is happiness, vanilla is excitement, cookies and cream is curiosity, right? Like these are all the ice cream flavors of emotions that you get to try. And then I'm saying, here, you want to try the butterscotch? And you're saying, I don't know if I should try the butterscotch. Why not? I mean, you tried all the other flavors in the ice cream shop. Why haven't you tried the butterscotch yet? You know, the butterscotch maybe resembles fear, fear of rejection or whatever it could be, fear of being looked down upon. And you're saying, well, I don't know. I mean, you feel that resistance to trying it. And I'm saying it's just a vibration. 'Cause that's what it is. That's what I'm offering. I'm offering you here. Eat the butterscotch. It's not going to kill you. You're just going to feel a little funny. Does that make sense so far, brother?
I thought that was beautiful.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for your question, Sammy. Thank you for coming up. Hey, Blue Flux.
Hi, Risa. Hi, Shashan, and hi, everyone else. I'm so bummed. I saw like the notification of the space like just 10 minutes back, and I heard you say it's been like 2 hours or something since it's been on. And yeah, I'm so disappointed. I'll join in again, but this is like an awesome topic. So my question was, oh, and before that, Risa, you said that there are these apps that help you schedule Twitter's tweets, right? Like when you're away, you can do it right on the desktop app of Twitter itself. You don't need an outside app. So you can just like do it on the laptop of, yeah, the desktop app. So my question is, how do I know if I'm like procrastinating and trying to like put off something, or if I'm like actually burnt out? Because sometimes I get confused if I'm like burnt out or I mean, there's something I'm just procrastinating. Like, I don't want to go online maybe and, deal with all of the rejection, which is a part of social media and Twitter spaces. And I get big confused about that. Like, if I'm procrastinating or if I'm actually burnt out. Do you have any tips for this? Maybe.
That's a really good question. So what is it that you feel like you're procrastinating on?
Being online isn't the most pleasant thing sometimes. And I mean, it took me very long to kind of accept that when we talk about introversion, at least my introversion is like this huge fear of being looked down upon. Like you just mentioned it a while back. And I'm trying to work on it. But at the same time, I also know I can't keep on working on stuff and, completely avoiding social media. I mean, for some reason, I'm terrified of social media, honestly. So I don't know when I should just push myself and get it done with, or if I should like just be kind to myself, or if I'm letting myself off the hook. It's like really confusing. I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense. What I'm hearing is definitely two different angles of self-judgment because there's the fear of social media, fear of people's reactions to your posts. So you
Yeah.
may be avoiding it and you're seeking
Mhm.
a false pleasure instead to give yourself. Maybe you watch TV, maybe you go on Netflix, you play video games, whatever it could be. Maybe you eat some junk food, have a few drinks, whatever it could be, right? You go for that instead, maybe. You go for something that isn't the fear that you need to overcome. And
Yeah,
then you
something
judge
comforting.
yourself. Yeah, and then that's called buffering when you're avoiding that thing. And then
Okay.
what's happening is that now you're judging yourself for buffering. And
Oh, yeah, correct.
you're creating more negative stories on top of the negative story that already happened. So there's definitely two angles of this. There is one, you can learn to use social media, but also at the same time understand that you don't have to be on social media all the time. Like, you get to play social media. Don't let social media play you. If you're resisting posting something from a place of fear, that's something I definitely recommend. We only have like a little bit of time left, but that is something I would recommend. If it's coming from a place of fear, you should do it. And if it's coming from a place of, oh, I'm not in the mood, I want to rest, then you should do that.
As in, if it's from a place of fear, I should make the tweet, and if it's from a place of I'm tired, then I go rest. Is that voice? Oh, okay. I get it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. Because the thing is, when you actually want to rest, you're questioning yourself, saying, oh, am I procrastinating and all of this? And then you're judging yourself for it. So you don't even get to enjoy your rest time, and you don't get to enjoy the work you're doing here on Twitter.
Oh, thanks. That's like a really nice litmus test. I mean, it just clarifies things. Thanks so much.
That was such a great question, babe. Thank you for coming up and asking. I sure appreciate you so much. Because I'm sure a lot of people feel like, is this really burnout or am I getting a cold? Because that's the difference, man. That's the difference. Like, it's like, remember when we used to get colds? Like, no, not anymore. Now it's like, oh, is it the Rona? Do I have the Rona? It's like, no, man, you just got a cold. You need to just go to bed for like 2 days and you'll be fine. Just relax. It's okay. It's like, okay, you're not dying. You're not dying. Okay. I really want to thank everybody who's in the room. I see we have more requests that come up, but like I said, we were at our last 2 speakers. I really got to respect Sheshan's time. Thank you so much for this space. Please follow Sheshan if you're not following him already on all platforms. Please check out the Discord pinned to the top. I also pinned Nadine's tweet, which I thought was very helpful as well. Please retweet that and share that as well for introverted speakers, introverts in the NFT space, introvert in the world. Public speaking is a skill that I think benefits everyone, and it's something that we all need to work on and practice. It's not something that you can just pick up. And just talking in the mirror can do a lot. It can really, really do a lot. I really wish that more people talk to themselves and talk to their inner child with love and patience and gratitude, because that's seriously the attitude here. And I'm so grateful for everybody who came in to listen. This room is being recorded, so please hit that circle with the plus button in the bottom and share this with other people so that they can learn and benefit too. You never know who really needs this, who needed to hear some of these questions, some of these amazing questions from all of our speakers today. Thank you so much for coming up here and sharing with us. And yeah, I'm so happy. This has been my first Twitter space of 2022 here, and I'm so happy that it could be with you. And I'm just really happy that it was such a success. So thank you to everyone in the room. Thank you to you, Sheshan, and thank you so much for your time and your great advice. And I look forward to seeing more of everything that you're doing. And everybody, follow the Discord. The Academy is coming out. That's what we want to hear. And anything else you want to plug before we go?
Brissa, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the space. Would love to be back on again. You're really great at hosting a space, and you're really good at interviewing and very well spoken. I really appreciate you and respect you very much. So thank you for having me on. Anything I want to plug? Not really. I mean, right now I'm just kind of doing my thing to get things ready for the academy. So if you are interested in joining the academy, just follow me on social media. Check up, if you feel like you may have missed a post or something, just DM me as well. I'm pretty open. Hit me up. I'm trying to hopefully have the academy open by April, May, possibly June, but I'm hoping like May the latest. So yeah, that's pretty much all. And if any of you are interested in private one-on-one coaching right now, before I advertise for this month, I will just let you all know who's tuning in. I'm only doing 2 spots this month. So if you want one of those 2 spots, feel free to reach out and we can talk.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sheshan. I really appreciate you. Everybody, my name is Brisa Brizi. This has been NFTTitties and Friends. I'm so glad that you could come in and join us. Thank you so much. Please share the room. I'm very happy that you were here, and we hope to make this as equitable and as positive as possible so that everybody can win no matter where you're at in Web3. And Sheshin, we're going to work on your Twitch and your YouTube and your Streamlabs, and we're going to get you back out there in a new crowd. As you can see, you got new fans already and new followers that are going to be really ready and eager to hear from you. And we're all excited about the Academy and hearing more about that. So thank you so much. Thank you to all my speakers that came up and spoke today. And you have a good one. Please drink your water. Please take your vitamins. Please go for a walk. Love on your little doggies, and disconnect when you can. All right. It's all peace and love. Thank you, everybody. Take care.
Much love, everybody. Thank you so much.